McDonald's of Southern California. We're here at the Ronald McDonald's House Charities of Southern California in LA today. Ready to play some FIFA, or some EA Sports FC 24, as well as celebrate with some meals for love and also have fun with my friend Max Bretos, who is back again.
Rain Day, we're doing it again.
It's one more time, my man. I'm so excited.
Excited to be here. And I think I've done this like 3 or 4 years, and every year it gets bigger. This is immense. I mean, we have a huge crowd in here. We've got the food truck. It's so many moving parts, and we're a great part of Los Angeles.
Also, you got David Ochoa coming over to play as well. So some LAFC superstardom, goalkeeper showing up, as well, of course, as all of the fans and participants here engaging in a day that just for me is full of holiday cheer and holiday spirit, Max. And, that's kind of the beauty of it, gathering the community together for, right before the holidays. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
And again, just a warm thank you to McDonald's who make this possible. You see the food truck, everything makes it all cozy. I mean, everyone loves McDonald's making these. And to be here with LAFC, and when this event rolls around, it's the holidays, time to share. But we also want to reiterate that we're here for a good cause.
Yes.
The competitive juices are going to be flowing. These are the best of the best. They went through a tournament.
Yep.
And there's in addition to some great prizes, there's some bragging rights at stake.
Absolutely. 10 weeks in order to get here. They had to play brutal competition, and now they're playing live. And these players, they have not had a chance to play live yet in almost anything. So a different element of competition when you're not just at home as well. For those who want to know how this tournament's going to work, let's take a look at the format so we can walk you through what is coming
everybody loves
forward.
A bracket.
That's right, a bracket in front of you. This is what's on the line and what you'll be watching today. Our McDonald's Operators Association of Southern California and LAFC, well, they partner with Gen G to host an EAFC 24 tournament with the LAFC supporter groups, the 32-52, to compete in a winner-take-all championship. Those are those bragging rights you mentioned, Max.
Not just for the players, but for the supporters.
That's
groups.
right.
I mean, all the supporter groups, and now we're down to the final 4.
10 weeks, I mentioned. 4 players from each of those tops are moving in. And then, of course, semifinalists now are about to be on display. And you're playing one game, and then you're in the championship in order to win some big prizes. And you know what those prizes are. Bragging rights for sure. But the belts?
Belts.
Come on, baby.
Ronnie McD
Come
over
on,
there.
baby.
He's got the belt on, but he is going to relinquish it to the winner here. That's going to be a great moment.
It's going to be a tough conversation.
And you get to play David Ochoa.
That's right.
And then some great prizes they get to take home.
$500 gift card for Amazon. You've got some LAFC swag. I mean, that's a good way to start the holidays, man.
They won't get this world-class LAFC polo because they don't make it anymore.
They don't.
This is an original 2018 polo. It's a little dusty. I've never washed it. I have washed it, but this is it. But you get some great swag.
Yeah.
The gift card, and McDonald's always so generous as well.
And you know what? Everyone's got to get ready to enjoy themselves when they come here today. Not just when they're watching the game, but when they're walking in, because there's food. And they could smell it. The fries, the nuggets, the apple pie. That's right. Meals for Love is here, and they are outside. And we got a very special person who's going to be introducing to us all of the activities and all the options out there. Of course, it is our man. We'll open the communications to him.
Let's get the flow going.
It's Vincent out with Meals for Love. Vincent, do you got us?
Hello, yes, I do.
Hey, man. Hey, talk to us about this event right now. We love that you're outside representing. Walk us through what's going on out there.
Yes, well, right now we actually have a food truck here.
Get out of the picture, that guy.
And they're serving, they're actually currently serving.
Ooh. What do we got there?
So we have the iconic McDonald's fries.
Yes, the best in the biz.
A staple for every meal.
Yep.
We have our chicken McNuggets.
There you go. 4? I need more than that. I need more than 4, personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with all those dippings.
Sometimes you got to go with the 20-piece.
Yeah, you might have to. You don't really tell anybody. Yeah, you say you're sharing with your wife.
You say.
Right? Oh, that's what I say.
Exactly.
And look at that blue box right there. That's an apple pie, but it's a little different, Vincent.
Yes, it's celebrating 50 years of the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
Now, Vincent, it's been amazing having you out there. Obviously, there's some coffee, I think, to the left of you as well.
Yes, we actually do have a coffee booth right over here.
Oh, man.
Look at this. We got it covered. I mean, this is an operation here. We have that. I mean, like 100 people in here. There's some areas where they can watch the games outside. It's tremendous. You got everything you need right there, Vincent. Vincent, I'm surprised you haven't dipped into those fries yet.
Yeah.
taste it, man.
It's really tempting.
Vincent, before we let you go and you pass that tray off, we just wanted to let you talk a little bit about your story. This isn't an unfamiliar location to you. In fact, you spent some time here yourself.
Yes. So I've been staying at the Ronald McDonald House, or I stayed at the Ronald McDonald House when I was 6 years old, and I was going through a cancer called neuroblastoma, which was next to my lung and my spine. And it was very rough times, but the Ronald McDonald House has been very, very amazing, very accommodating for my illness.
3 years, he mentioned.
Stayed here, yeah.
Staying here right behind us in one of these rooms.
Yes.
The impact of that, you being able to be close to your family, go to a hospital nearby, be taken care of, and Vincent, now 9 years cancer-free, right?
Yes.
My man.
Congratulations.
But you're like now you're helping out the Ronald McDonald House. Tell us about some of the work you've done and to bring attention to other kids that are like in your situation and how we can help them.
I've been helping the Ronald McDonald House since I was about 7 or 8 years old, ever since I got out of treatment. And I've raised a total of $250,000.
That's a lot of money, Vincent.
Jeez.
It's a lot of money.
Yes.
Vincent,
well done.
I mean, just an example of having the experience of giving, receiving, and then giving back, man. You've done a great job. What an example. Thank you for being here. Thanks for showing us a little bit of outside. We'll see you around the event, man. Have fun.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, Vincent.
He's wearing the Grimace hat. We didn't even mention we're all wearing the Grimace's hat. I don't know, but Grimace was a big. I don't know if you saw this first pitch with the New York Mets.
No.
He had a lucky first pitch, and then the Mets made it all the way to the NLCS before they lost to the Dodgers.
Wow.
But Grimace is big in the sports world, so we're repping Grimace here. We love all the McDonald's folks.
We do.
They do some great work. There's a great part of Los Angeles, a lot going on here.
This is true, man. And they're very, very heavily involved. LAFC, one of the main, sport partners as well. But so many touches in Southern California of all of our teams being represented. And, I think at the end of the day, it's a good time to be a fan of all of these partnerships and collaborations. Also, I got to say, Vincent, he's been in some things. He said he was in a Hallmark movie. He's done a few things. He's being shy, but he's done a lot in his life so far. So big shout out to Vincent as well. All right, I think it's time, Max, for us to transition because we got fun going around, but there's 4 people here who are not trying to have fun. They're trying to play. They're trying to compete. Of course, those are our representatives in the tournament. We've got Edwin Salce and Elias Tafoya from District 9 Ultras.
So the supporters group, the District 9, are get someone in the final. We got to figure out who it's going to be, though. We're going to find out pretty soon.
Eric Barcenas from Los Angelinos Originales and Diego Padilla from TSG. All their first LAN environment. Local area network is what we call it. At this point, you might as well just think about it. It's not online, which never used to be the thing back in the day. Online was not easy to do. Well, now they get a chance to get out of the comfort of their rooms and be in an environment where hundreds of people are literally watching them.
And I know a lot of people are watching on YouTube with just watching for fun, but a lot of people within those supporters groups, they're going to be cheering on. Leave a comment there about what your guys are doing because you guys, if it is the TSD, the Tiger Supporters Group, and if it's the Regionales, they get the bragging rights for a year, and that's pretty good because you can all celebrate that.
Absolutely, and I know there's so many members. My barber, a really good member of one of the supporters groups. I got to say, shout out to Maggie if she's watching, but LAFC has some of the best fans in the world.
100%.
One of the cool things about Meals of Love, too, that we showcase is not only are the participants and the supporters groups giving back so much, but in honor of partnering with Ronald McDonald House Charities, some of the players have actually spent time handing out meals to fans along the side. So there's just a lot of giving going around here, Max, across the board. As Edwin and Elias get ready to go, you mentioned it, one member of the District 9 Ultras are going to have a representative in the final, but who is it going to be, Max? 7-minute halves. Let's jump in to the game.
There's some friendly fire here. Let's go.
Ooh.
No friends now, even though you're in the same supporter group. It goes out the door.
Now, here's the thing, too, just to mention as we jump into EAFC, is that Edwin has been really one of the better competitors across the season.
They got seeded here, so they got seeded according to the number 1 seed.
Yep, he is the number 1 seed, but he mentioned that Elias and him had actually played already, and Elias had taken him down once. So this not only is a familiar territory, it could be one of those moments where it's a bit of kryptonite there, somebody that knows him well and can pull off the upset.
And it will be in the black and the gold
That's
white.
Edwin.
So black is Edwin.
Yep.
And when you're in the same supporters group, you log a lot of hours. You'll know more about this, Randy. You're involved in the gaming. You log a lot of hours, game after game, to fine-tune your abilities.
Well, not even that. One of the interesting parts, we had a chance to kind of speak and say hello to everyone in the building, and having those conversations, you see, where are they picking off their inspiration? Not only are you getting the reps playing again and again, but you're watching. If you're tapped into EAFC and watching the pro tournaments that are going on as well, you're picking up these ways of how the highest of high levels of this game are played. And I'll tell you what, it's very different, Max, especially if you're just a fan or maybe someone enjoying the event. It's not the FIFA, or excuse me, the EAFC that you're going to be seeing at home.
Not at all. It's intimidating. I dabble a little bit, but then I get a rude awakening when I play this, so I just stay out of the way, knowing how sophisticated this is. The players play a lot. We have an event like this. I remember Timothy Tillman won the trophy, so they have some downtime. They're at hotels, they're on the road, and they play games in general, but this one's at the top of many people's list.
So many.
You got it. If you're a soccer player, you got to be kind of good.
You have to be. And
you got to have a little taste of this.
You do, and it's partly because you just know how to play the game. A lot of people come in here and they like to do the moves and stuff, but if you know how to build a lineup, you know what's wrong, you have an opportunity to be better than most. But at this point, Max, I used to be able to pick up and beat anybody. Not anymore. Not anymore. You got
it. Ship has sailed.
That ship has sailed.
Finally got a shot from Edwin, who was in the black. Again, moving around early days in this first half. Spot in the final awaits. Pretty even matchup here, although you're starting to see the top seed flex muscles. He gets his best chance.
Oh!
2-3.
Are you kidding me? An own goal from Elias after 2 posts from Edwin.
That was an own goal?
That was an own
boy.
goal. Oh, no. That is unfortunate. I mean, you can almost say it was destined for Edwin to score there. He had both posts, crossbar and a post on the left side. And so that's the pressure you were talking about. Can Elias respond here? Nice spin in the box.
Oh, there's a great chance. He does.
An equalizer.
Look, Edwin was very calm, didn't celebrate it, but Elias, I think, is very pumped. Got his fist up in the air, knowing, because not only did he responded immediately.
That's right. It's like scoring an own goal, and then you go ahead and you score down the field as a defender. You get that big header in the box, and you say, okay, I've redeemed myself for my team. Now let's start off with this momentum. Edwin.
It was a tight game. It just opened up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Chances at both ends.
A lot of pressure for both, but also a lot of willingness to dribble, hold on to the ball. Little 1-2 action at the top of it. Edwin's going to lose.
Free kick? Yes. Oh, I love the free kick feature.
It's a foul.
And look, classic Carlos Vela left foot style.
Can he get it? These EAFC 24 free kicks. Some people have mastered them, some haven't. You see the goalie tracking. What can Edwin pull off?
Oh!
Oh my God.
You said some have mastered it. Clearly Edwin is one of those. How hard are the free kicks in this game?
They're difficult, especially if you don't practice. So it's practice makes perfect with all the games here, but a big mistake potentially
Turned him
from
over,
Elias.
onside.
It could have been a pass to finish. The ball bounces up, and it's Edwin again for a 2-1 lead.
That all started from the free kick.
It really did.
He kept it in the final third. He didn't let it go. The ball was turned over, and Edwin made it count. 2-1 lead as we're like 28 minutes, again, 7-minute halves, 28 minutes on the game clock here.
One of the things we were kind of contemplating was how long would these halves be. Right now, not short enough. I think for Elias, who's just finding himself on the back foot again and again, needs to just try to get out of his half. And a nice little retake of possession there is going to pass it out wide and see if he can break some space.
Well, he pulled level very quickly after the first goal, looking to do the same thing. Brings up Sergi Palencia on that far side. You use the width, where it felt like Edwin's is more route one, coming up the middle, challenging defenders, trying to beat the one-on-one. As I say that, he goes wide.
I mean, I don't blame him with Bouanga. How many times does he beat someone down that width?
But that is the LAFC team, you know.
Yeah.
It's a press, it's a counterattack, and you get to the flyers like Denny Bouanga outside.
So fast, so incredible. You watch the highlights as well, whether it's LAFC's YouTube or their Instagram, and it seems like, did they make the same play again and again? No, or are we just watching a replay of the same goal? Well, no, they're making that same play. You're right. It's a very, very effective way to get out one of the best counterattacking teams in the league.
A couple spills there by the keeper. You'd love to see him come up clean because we've seen the second chances come off of that.
Yeah.
That was Edwin's first goal. Happened off a third attempt, which was put in the own net by Elias.
Elias is trying to just get control back of this game. Clearly, Max, and he's done a good job of, I think, getting the pressure away. Edwin is obviously very lethal on the attack. He's our #1 seed overall.
It's clear Edwin is got the better game. Now he's got a 2-goal lead. Edwin's been excellent, but saying that at 2-1, Elias is a turnover away to tying it.
That's right.
You don't always have to. This sport's interesting. You could be outplayed, possession, shots, and you could be 2-2. But now Edwin's got some breathing room.
Yeah, and I think this is not what you wanted from Edwin. Elias is going to have to open things up a little bit. He can't stay back and keep things tight defensively. So does this just kind of open the floodgates for Edwin? It would be expected. He's done so well. This is not the first time these guys have played each other. It's not the first time they're playing. This has been 2.5 months in the making to get to this moment.
Gotta get those pre-match interviews. I want to get all those games logged by these two.
Yes.
And Edwin, as they say in tournament world, went chalk, beating the 16 seed and the 8 seed. Elias is the 5 seed, so he had to actually beat one of the higher seeds, Jason Panuco. I don't know if Jason may be tuned in for this.
Yes.
It's amazing. People, good run there, and unable to get that pass. How many people tune in to gaming on a regular basis?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost there on level terms with the actual sport itself.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, the worldwide appeal, especially of a game like EAFC, it's different. And even in most esports or games that I work in traditionally, they have their own audiences, that vary by region. But who doesn't know football? Who doesn't know soccer, right? I mean, this is you watch this, and anybody anywhere can understand that there's an impact. So one of the beautiful things about EAFC and their talent, their professionals, they do play a game that the world understands.
A little over-the-top ball, trying to get it into the center forward, and now Elias is still in this, but he needs the back line is just so firm and organized as we've reached the end of the first half.
That's half.
3-1 lead for Edwin.
Edwin knows I'm halfway there, but job's not done. And so he's got to find a way to keep up this pressure. Elias on the other side, though, Max, what's he thinking going into it? Obviously, 7-minute halves. He's got time.
I think he's all right with it. He's like, look, I'm still in this game. It was 2-1. I mean, obviously, it was tied at one point, but I'm still in this. I just got to find a way to get better scoring opportunities.
Yeah, I think it's figuring out how he wants to be aggressive while also, not giving up everything in the kitchen sink in order to do so, obviously.
He can't give up another goal.
No.
That would probably be curtains if that's the case. And there goes Edwin, pressing. Edwin's in black.
Switching sides now. Elias with a little control up the middle. This is where he's kind of trying to stall things out. He doesn't have runners in position yet. Maybe a little 1-2, find out wide. And, okay, he's breaking through. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, there you go.
One.
Come on, Elias. Make this an interesting smattering of applause. But that's better. He knows he can get through that back line where normally he wasn't breaking lines.
They say, Max, when we used to get out on the field, you're in a pressure situation, disconnect your first pass. I think for Elias, it's just have a positive result. Don't let Edwin get anything. Get a corner, get a shot on goal. That's going to help you feel like you're in the game now and have a chance to actually play, because you kind of got to see it. Edwin giving himself a lot of ball control and tries to get aggressive with Bouanga there.
Now he gets the press. Turned him over.
He's got numbers here.
That's what he was waiting for, that second time where you get those fullbacks in, and Edwin was able to play him forward.
Great defense there as well. One of the hardest things to do is play good defense against a good player in EAFC.
By the way, no pressure with Ronald McDonald watching you over your shoulder.
Yeah, look at that.
Is there a better audience member? How are we doing here? We good? Yeah, all right.
Guys. All right.
Go. You got your McDonald's.
That's right.
We got a good game. We got the two teams from District 9 Ultras, but it looks like Edwin. Elias, he gets a goal.
He just needs one right now.
Come on.
Great movement
Elias.
In the box, a little fake. Hesitation not enough. Elias still looking to get that one to make it feel close. Approaching the 60th minute.
And these guys are boys. You think Edwin's probably going, man, I'll put my guard down for a second.
Sure.
No.
Not at all. Not this close to being in the championship. The finals, one game away. If the result stays like this, from that $500 Amazon gift card, the belt.
He's trying to get that ball out wide.
Elias just Feels like it's fallen.
It's working, Elias. Just keep working at it.
Last little moment is what he's trying to figure out, and Edwin's just done such a good job of navigating defensively.
There's David Ochoa. Say hello, David. You're on camera. Yeah.
What's up, David?
He'll be. He's doing some scouting. He's doing some
he
scouting
is.
Here. I expect David to be wearing a Grimace hat at some point too.
Big opportunity here for Edwin to go up by 3. Big cross. Big patience.
We still got a game.
David Ochoa will be happy to see that one. Great save there. And obviously, my God, and a header.
Golazo.
From what felt like a city away. Over everyone. That hurts smacks for Elias. But Edwin is looking like he booked himself a ticket to the finals.
Really impressive. Gonna wall in triumphant. I think David's scared. He's like, I don't want any taste of that.
There's a lot of bragging rights that goes down. Who's the best player on the team? So can that apply to these guys in the supporters groups as well? It's looking like it'll be a tough task to take down Edwin. Elias trying to fight for his life here. He's got to get it going.
Want to give a shout out to our production team. They've been phenomenal. They have a complete setup there. I said
you were going to call it.
I called it the Nerve Center, and everyone looked at me and said, "Who are you calling nerds?" I go, "No, nerves. Nerve Center."
And you know what? I thought it was actually a pretty decent name right there as well.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to label anyone. No, not bad. But sometimes being a nerd is a badge of honor.
I think it's a cool thing nowadays. Being a nerd.
Yeah, it opens a lot of doors.
That means playing games and having nice equipment, nice technical equipment. I'll be a nerd all day, baby.
You get the good stuff.
Yeah, that means you just have the good stuff and you know what you're talking about. 70th minute here, and we've got Edwin Salce and Elias Tafoya from our District 9 Ultras looking to close out the last 20.
Good little feints there.
Edwin just taking his time.
I mean, he's playing it really smart. I mean, he's
being
being patient, which he can be because he's up 3 goals.
Wow.
Waited for that opportunity. That was a really excellent sequence.
Yeah. And this is the thing you can do when you have this amount of time. Normally, in a 5-minute half, 2 max, there is, that's, now we're in the 80th minute, right? Because the pace of the game would have gone by, so that's a huge moment to just
penalty.
Stall.
Oh, warning.
And it is
it is a penalty.
Elias,
that's a bit harsh.
I mean, if the comeback was going to happen, it has to start now. This will probably determine it.
Oh, Elias! ¿Qué pasó?
And it's a little different to do that live than to do that at home. It happens to the best of us, though. We've all missed a PK. I've missed them in life. I've missed them on EAFC.
PKs are hard, and they're exceptionally hard in EA.
Under pressure as well. It's a different thing playing live.
I think Edwin may have made a foul on purpose just to practice penalty saves.
Yeah, I mean,
for later down the road.
That's possible. Again,
some great prizes, bragging rights. You get to play the LAFC player David Ochoa. You get the championship belt, $500 Amazon gift card,
and
PS5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw in a Grimace hat.
And a Grimace hat.
And some LAFC sweat.
Not the shirt, though.
Not the shirt.
You're not giving the shirt.
This belongs in a museum.
It's funny. Once you said that, I said, that's the only thing anybody's going to want now. Because you just made it the thing they can't get. Elias looking to get some redemption.
Think about it. If he hit the penalty and he hit that.
It's 4-3. He knows. He knows. And the crazy thing about this is there is still time. It's not impossible.
What's harder, by the way? Penalties, corner kicks, or free kicks?
Oh, man. To score on?
Yes.
I think you have to say a free kick. I think you have to say
corners. I don't see a lot of goals on corners.
Corners are tough, but you got to have a team built to do that. You got to have the Viking squad in there. A lot of European teams will do that. They'll have the 6'3", 6'5" defenders.
Viking squad, bring it on.
There it is, man. But yeah, it's definitely between a free kick and a corner kick. I'll give you that.
4-1 for the black team, which is Edwin Salce, and we're about the 84th minute of game time. And then he gets to put his feet up, watch the second semifinal. Here's number 5.
Could try to go maybe for a little chip there, a little cross. It's out. And so Elias will have another chance. I think at this point he's just trying to get another goal. Because he's kind of played to get another goal. He's played well enough for this to be 4-2, maybe even 4-3. That's the way it goes in competition.
He didn't have as many. Edwin's obviously had a lot more chances. But Elias had enough chances to stay in here.
Yeah.
You have to convert all of them.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough possession.
And so he's feeling the
nice.
pressure each time.
There you go.
It, but clearly amazing. He's trying to block off the pass.
There's
he's not going to do it. It's 4-2. Could something happen here?
I'll tell you, you mentioned the length of the halves, 5 minutes, but as the 7-minute halves, I think Elias is benefiting here. He's looked pretty good here in half number 2.
He has. He's looked better and better as the game has gone on.
Are we still have a game?
I mean, if he gets this, my goodness, and you add the PK into the mix, Max, this could easily be a tied game.
Elias is going to be like, what could have been? 2 minutes of stoppage time. He needed that one to go in.
He did need that
Missed
one.
the penalty.
Yeah, he needed that one. That's true. But great showcase from Elias, and he's got family here, he's got friends here. You just want to be able to support, show love for the group that you're a part of, your supporters group. Feel proud of how you did. And I think they can both walk away feeling proud with how they performed.
And you always have next year.
There's always next year. Even to get here, it's not an easy thing to do. That'll wrap up our first semifinal. A big round of applause and congratulations, Elias, runner-up here in our semi. And Edwin moving on to the finals. Max, what a game. Edwin showing some class.
Very good, competitive. But Edwin, I think, is going to take something away from that because he needs to really hammer down at the end. You have a 4-1 lead.
Yep.
You hammer it down. Don't leave anything. I think when the game goes on, that's his guy that he's playing. He's played him, and then he's going to have to be,
a little more clinical, you're feeling.
Clinical, the word I was looking for.
And consistent towards
rule with an iron fist.
That's right. Well, you know what? One of the things that Edwin has a chance to do is to keep earning, more opportunities to play. If you want to keep earning, though, one of the favorite things that I love about McDonald's is the My McDonald's rewards. It's one of the best things, Max. You were talking about how every time you're flying, 6 a.m., what happens?
I look for McDonald's. Some airports have them and some don't.
That's right. And the beauty of it is your My McDonald's rewards, they continue to stay. So you can keep earning free things like Egg McMuffins, great opportunities, obviously at participating restaurants. So make sure you check where that applies. But these My McDonald's rewards, some people I know, I don't know who. Some people are in the millions of points from this thing. It's like a game for them, and that just means McDonald's whenever you want, just like that off the app.
It's fine dining these days. Just the folks at LAX, you don't have McDonald's there. Can we alleviate that, please?
Can we? We need more and more of it. Check out your My McDonald's rewards right now by downloading the app. We'll see you all very soon because the second semifinal, it's coming up.
Are we having a good time?
All smiles and excitement as the fans get ready to watch yet another matchup here in our LAFC Supporters League Finals at a Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. Rain Day, and of course, Max Bretto here on the mic with you. And exciting, Max, we saw a first game that truly helped redefine this bracket. That's what we need to talk about.
I filled out my bracket. I put Edwin
has moved on.
Moved him into the next pod.
That's right.
Finals.
That's right. And a well-deserved play, I think, kind of situation for Edwin to capitalize on. He did well at getting into final moments and also finishing clinically. It was one of the things that really separated him and Elias because they both had opportunities. It was just one took advantage of them early and often, and that was where Edwin kind of started things off. This goal, though, I mean, really set the tone because it was off the post for a few times, Max, and then it was an own goal to really start the downfall of what he looked like.
Shake.
He gets alive and just passes it in.
Brutal.
But this was just all Edwin.
Watch this top corner. Boom.
I thought I was in. 2 crossbars for Edwin. Cleans that one up.
The goal came off the missed free kick. We should mention that.
That's true. Stayed inside the finals, the final third, and then Elias would try to get in there, but this is really what started to separate it. It was 2-1, and then it went 3-1. And it could have gone 3-2, but wouldn't happen. It would end up being 4-1, and that would change everything. And it was really off of a header that felt like it was coming from a mile away. It might have been this. And it was. Look at this. Look at this. How do you score that?
That's some slow motion, too.
I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, we go back to the chance for Elias and the missed penalty.
Sky high. I mean, if you miss it, I mean, at least you know you missed it like that. I don't know. It sometimes hurts to miss a close one. Keeper saves it. You know, you just didn't come prepared. Didn't do the job. Nerves weren't there. Elias gets that goal. It felt like he could have got that goal 5 times. Would have had a different game. But it's Edwin.
Tons of chances.
Who moves on in our LAFC Supporters League. The good news is if you're a District 9 Ultras supporters group member, you've got a representative in the finals.
You got it. And then Elias has something for next season.
That's
right.
But
so District 9 Ultras, you got your guy in the final. We knew that coming in because we had the 2 semifinalists. And now we're going to get to see who they will play and who will get a chance, get one step closer to take David Ochoa on, and, of course, get all the great prizes.
All the great prizes. PS5 always would throw me. I'm like, I can't believe it. Those things are so hard to get. We got one right here, plus $500.
Why are they hard to get? Are they just off the shelves?
No, yeah. They were bought early on. It was like 2 years. You couldn't really get one unless you paid $800 or something.
No, I say, we don't have that kind of money floating around. We're going to get our semifinals, our second semi, right?
That's right. Eric Barcenas and Diego Padilla. Interesting note about Eric, he actually upset Christian Castro, who's our 2nd seed in this overall Supporters League tournament. So he is coming in as the 7th seed, taking out the 2 seed. So a lot of high expectations for him. And we've got Diego as well, who should be on our left-hand side in the black, going up against Eric in the white.
And Mitchell, our producer.
Excuse me, yeah.
Mitchell, our producer, you said Diego's won 3 straight times when they faced each other? All right, 3 straight. Right. So Diego has familiarity with Eric. Eric shouldn't be here based on the seeding. He is. Right. And well, let's see where you go.
Just a heads up, Eric is in the beanie. And so that, to me, looks like he's on.
Oh, off the post and in. Was that Diego? Yes.
That should be Diego.
Diego's on the black.
He's in the black on the left. Eric is on the right side in the beanie in the white. Great talking to these guys a little bit earlier before. Diego really is the one I had the conversation with about just this being a different environment, Max. No idea how this is going to go, but it's different than playing in the den. He's got his Tristan is, I'm sure, a partner here with him and supporting, and obviously they were really excited to be involved in a situation like this, especially in front of this crowd, and Diego already starting off strong.
Well, he has the history over Eric, and you wonder if Eric's like, look, the seeding process, you told me they've had a lot of games, so they've been able to determine the seeds. There is Eric, the 7th seed. So just to be at the showpiece event where you're semifinals, Eric's got to feel great. But while you're here, you got to seize that opportunity and maybe take a step further. But he's got to play a smart game. He fell behind early, and now getting at least a sniff at goal.
A little toe ball.
Positive signs.
Yeah, trying to get it in quickly. You could tell. I mean, going down early is definitely a mental shift that you got to manage, but a really
Great
good
look here.
steal of the ball. Beautiful move, and he slots it in what should have been the corner, but a great defensive save will result in the corner kick and more pressure from Eric. Can he get the job done here?
Kept it in. Still there. Long range.
In the box. And it's a little bit of a break. Eric back with the ball. Top of the 18.
Oof.
And just misses there. Eric certainly showing signs of life here. Diego just trying to get out of his own half, and Eric wins it back again.
Got to get the one-on-one going. Oh, it went right at him. That's hard. That's hard to do.
Tried the over. You see the fans in the building just watching, wanting to see who's going to be representing in the finals here. Eric looks like he has a chance. Momentum clearly on Eric's side here, Max.
Well, he's got to get frustrated, Rain Day, because he's had 4 chances here in the last 2-3 minutes. Nothing's gotten through, and now the counterattack here for Diego.
We know how good they can be. Carlos Vela inside with the left. It's dangerous.
Oh,
Bawanga coming in on this. And what do you expect? It's a goal. Even Eric has to give him a dap on the right side of that. Play was Diego.
After all those chances at one end, Eric feeling confident, but then he got stretched, and Diego made him pay. Beautiful.
Unbelievable back and forth there. Eric has to hold his head up high, but you cannot help but feel a bit slighted that that goal went to Diego to make it 2-0 versus the equalizer on your side. He's got to try to find a way through, and, well, being clinical, scoring goals, that has been the difference so far between these two competitors. 22 minutes in so far in the game, and Diego has a chance for a third here, Max.
Oh, right through, diagonal run.
Risky clearance. Works out.
We're barely halfway through this first half, so a 2-goal lead. And again, you never put your head down, but if, 3 goals, 4 goals, good save.
Yeah.
And it's hard, especially with someone as good as Diego. He's not gonna, you can't give him too much of a head start here. This is probably as far as they can go.
And there it is. And that's it. Off a corner kick. Well, it's proving that the corner kicks
told me it was impossible to score off a corner.
Clearly easier to score off of. And Max's own question. I feel like that is something that's been a big theme here in EAFC 24. We don't always see a lot of corner kick goals in iterations of this game. It's a new one each year. New mechanics, new elements that become the strong meta, most effective tactics available.
Great passing here by Eric.
And it's just like that. It's once the floodgates opened, Eric feels confident now, and I think Diego's got to be feeling like the pressure has shifted back onto him.
Oh, Diego's starting to wilt here a bit, because it's really been a great half for Eric. He's had the two unanswered goals here.
Yep.
He had all the good chances. That second goal from Diego came on a counterattack where they're throwing numbers. And what Eric needs to do here, Rain Day, is, okay, I got those 2 goals. Maybe take the foot off the pedal a little bit. Don't leave your defense too short-handed. Don't turn the ball over in your own half either.
Easy to want a little bit more once you see it. And just like that, it's another goal for Diego. This is exactly what you were talking about. Now Eric finds himself down again.
He's been in the aggressive mindset, Eric.
Yeah.
Fighting to get back in the game, which he did. But I don't know if he kind of went back to the more conservative route. Give credit to Diego. I mean,
yeah.
he's a class player, and he's just trying to get those passes to churn, the build-ups.
He's an aggressive player, too, as well. Talking to him a little earlier, I said, what is your style of play? He says, I like to high press. I like to keep that pressure on. It certainly allowed him to be effective defensively, have some of these counterattack breaks, but it's also meant that, with a couple of steals from Eric, some of his guys are out of position defensively, but you can see at the top of the box, huge opportunity for Diego to go 4-2, and he'll take it just like that.
The 2-goal lead is restored, all in this eventful first half. The bad news is Eric's fallen behind. The good news, he's already come from a 2-goal deficit once. He has plenty of time.
At this pace, Max, we're looking at a 16-14 finish or something like that. If they just keep scoring goals this fast by the end of the game, my goodness.
That's a lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals. It would be the highest tally.
Have you ever seen people park the bus, where they leave the defenders back?
Yep.
You mentioned that Diego said he likes to press.
Yep.
Some people could find more success being a little bit more defensive oriented.
Well, once you got this 2-goal cushion again, I mean, Diego's now deciding, you know, do I need to do anything different? Because I had this lead, I let it go, and now why don't I just hold on to this? I've done everything I need to do. I just need the game to finish with this as the result. So I think Eric is going to have to be a little riskier now, really maybe give it up, high press as well, throw some numbers forward because it's a desperate situation, 2 goals down and now just a half to play.
Much better on all factors here, on all facets from Diego. Obviously scoring the goals defensively.
This would be huge.
Although as I say that,
this would be
that
huge.
onside.
This would be huge.
Oh, thought it was in. Good passing.
Great movement to keep it in and just give himself a chance. He went for the top corner on the left side, didn't quite get the pass he was looking for to make it an easy tap in or just a slot with the inside of his foot. But now the half isn't over. You got to play till the whistle blows. Diego, 5-2 would be the score if that went in, but Eric going to be happy.
Should be the last play of the half.
And another corner, and that'll do it. And they'll go into the half. A great showcase and game so far. Really an electric first half, Max, as we come back into it. Give the players some breathing room here. What's the adjustment?
Well, if you say we're going to have a 16-14 game, then we just got to sit here and soak it all in. But I think Eric's going to be happy with that half. He's going to be disappointed with some of the goals he gave up.
Yeah.
The overall play, it feels like they're close to level terms here.
And I also feel like these two players have a bit of they're streaky players. They run in these moments where they figure it out, and then a few goals can actually come through to make, you know, why these leads have happened. We've never had a goal in the goal. We've had 2 unanswered goals on each side. So how can you be a little more consistent, and how can you get your streak going?
Oh.
A massive goal here.
Another goal off a
corner. Seems like that's what you want, and it's 5-2 Diego, and that's just really the gut punch there you didn't want starting off the half.
Diego's trying to quell his celebration, but you can see it's etched on his face. He really liked that goal. Not just because it was pretty, but it's given him a 3-goal lead. And once you've given up a 2-goal lead, to come back with 3 unanswered,
it's tough.
It says a lot.
But we know even in the 70th minute in our game before Elias, he had 3 chances. He had a penalty kick. He had an opportunity in front of goal. And this is just what Eric needs right there.
Come on, Eric. That's it.
Great patience and an equalizer. It's our first it's our first response to a goal from an enemy player. So from the opposite team scoring after the other team had just scored. And so that will end our 2 goals in a row streak, and it'll put Eric right back where he started.
Clearly, offensively, he's still going for it. Some passing in the build-up, sprung a leak.
That's got by the keeper there. Eric feeling confident now. Can he do something with this little bit of momentum? Gave up a corner. Not the same thing as giving up a goal in the run of play.
Still not out of it. I mean, we're in the 56th minute, plenty of time. And we know that Eric could score goals. He has to be leery defending them. But if he scored 3 up to now, he's certainly good for another 2, potentially.
Touch almost gets through. Not enough, though, to break the defense. It's been relatively stalwart for the most of this game. But 3 goals on a very crafty goal scorer. It was part of that craftiness that really opened it up. A shot fake inside the box. He thought he was going for it and just found a chance. Clearly, well, we see another one there. Oh, he just lets it through. Great sliding tackle to break it up. A little cross inside the box. Another touch. What a goal from Eric. The patience.
Back in business.
And the vision.
Eric, stoic. No reaction. He knows, but his defense has been better. The passing's been excellent. He's turned him over. Now Diego's got to be getting a little nervous. He's given up a 2-goal lead. Could he give up a 3-goal lead with a ton of time left?
Well, we knew this was a streaky kind of game. What a cross!
Oh!
Are you kidding me? What a cross outside of the foot. Eric.
No free kick.
He's got some beautiful vision offensively. But Diego, he's done well on these counterattacks, and he's broken free. He knows
wide
this is a
open
chance. He delays a little bit. A good save. Eric not too worried off of that one. And it's still 5-4. Diego in black, Eric in white, trying to equalize it up, tie it, send us into some extra time here to see who can go into our championship match. It's a good win back.
Needs that 6th goal. I mean, you figure Edwin's good for 1. I mean, Eric is good for 1. Diego's going to have to I don't know. It's a tough spot for him to be in there. He knows he's the higher seed. A 3-goal lead. I think that it's such a dangerous situation. He almost finished there because in the real soccer game it's over. But this game with so many chances, you could crawl back into it. And we've seen it on 2 occasions from Eric. By the way, just to recap, representing Los Angelinos Originales.
Yes.
And Diego Padilla, TSG, the Tiger supporter group.
These shots, what he just did right there, that is a shot that works in this game. It's kind of a crazy one to do, but these kind of far shots going in, cross the body of the keeper. EAFC 24 has come up with a lot of interesting elements of how players have found out how to score. A lot of those players have then found out how to defend against it, but you got to be ready for anything. Very, very offensive focused game.
Here we go. Just outside the 18.
Didn't really get anything open, didn't get any commitments there, but this
numbers at the bottom.
This looks good.
Needed one more pass.
And what does this do for Diego? He's off there. He wanted to go, just timing was a little bit too late. It's just ounces of time as well.
I know, it's the 73rd minute. You not only can get an equalizer, you could win it still if you're Eric. Diego hanging on, looking to take on Edwin Salce in the final.
One thing I will say, great adjustment so far from Diego defensively. He's kind of holding himself at the top of this box. Eric's still getting opportunities down wide, but he's looking for that kind of lay it back across for a finish. And, you know, Diego's keeping one of his guys there. So a really good just approach to try to stop that third pass, that final pass that ends up dicing through his defense. And a good ball there as well. Could be tipped forward.
Almost an own goal. I like how you use the word streaky, which could also translate to inconsistent.
That's true. Yeah, good.
Which you need to fine tune that. You can't be, if you want to get really good, you've got to be consistent.
Yeah.
But it must be hard. Great ball.
Unbelievable.
Oh, would have been, brought the showdown.
Diego going, wow, that would have been fire.
Great shot, great cross too.
I love the vision, those outside of the foots and even the curling inside ones. I mean, it's just, he gets on that left wing and he's so deadly in many, many ways. This looks like it could be something. Is it a foul? No?
In the area. What could have been? And now time's going to be
80th minute.
You can't wait for the chances. You got to force something here. You certainly can't concede.
Went for the shot there. Nothing really opened up as well. Again, very good defense. 2 great offensive players playing good defense against each other. But the player who's got to do something is now Eric. It's a great slot through. He's going to look for that pass like he's done before. He takes his time. You can't bite if you're Diego, and he doesn't. Great defense there. And obviously puts himself in a good position to clear it. And now Eric doesn't want to have to deal with this defensively. He just needs the ball on at his feet, and you know what? He almost won it back there.
Still time. You're going to get one good chance if you are Eric. Get one good chance. Do not leave your rear guard shorthanded either.
Good stuff from Diego. And it's going to be a corner kick again, which has been a deadly situation. We got the whole house full. The Ronald McDonald House Charity, Southern California, looking for a goal off the corner kick. Not going to do it, and it gives Eric the ball. 3 minutes of regular time left, max. A couple minutes of stoppage time. Can't be much longer than that.
Yeah, this has been a grind, but almost there. I was surprised. It was 5-4. I was going to say over the broadcast, which is a cute way to share it, I think we still have 2 or 3 more goals. I would have been shocked. I thought Eric would definitely get a 5th goal. The question me, would he give up a 6th? But there's been no more goal scoring.
Oh, and that's a friendly bounce.
That was the one.
That's the one that might have gotten away. There's still time for Eric, but it's only 2 minutes of stoppage time. And with the ball on the side of Diego, it looks like he's going to have a chance with Bouanga to just keep it. He gives it away here. Bouanga ran out of steam. Is this it? This is Eric's last chance for sure.
Space, and there's space at the top.
He's got to get this done, Max. He's got to score. He's got to.
He's had 2 great looks here late.
And that'll do it.
Oh, the last shot of the game.
Diego will take it. What a game from Eric. What a game across the board here in our second semifinal.
Diego's a really good player, but Rain Day, I got to say, Eric really impressed me. Going down 2 goals, coming back. Going down 3 goals, almost coming back there. Not, and I love the fact when you're in a situation like that when you don't quit.
Yeah.
And then certainly Eric did not.
No, I mean, and you keep going and you keep staying pressure. You put pressure on. You do the best that you can. But ultimately, somebody's got to win. I mean, we're playing for some major prizes here to kick off our holiday season or end our holiday season as the bracket.
Fill out your bracket.
Is now coming. You're right. Hey, man, this is bracket time as well. Edwin has made it through, taking down Elias, and of course, that means that he will now be joined by Diego for our final matchup of the day. Who will be the winner? We're going to find out in a second. TSG or District 9 Ultras. Those will be the ones fighting for that chance. And if you guys obviously want a chance to enjoy where you're watching from right now, if you're not in the building, I got a great way for you to get McDonald's delivered to you right now. It's McDelivery. Max,
I would like some McDonald's delivered to me right now.
Listen, you got to join me on one of my streams. I do them every month of the year. Me and my community get together. We use the McDelivery app. We earn rewards based on what we order, and we get our McDonald's delivered right to our doorstep. So we don't have to move. We don't have to go anywhere. We can still keep gaming, whether it's EA Sports, FC 24, or Apex, one of the games that I play quite often. McDelivery is there for you. And Max, I guarantee that's how you get an Egg McMuffin.
Yes, I did get this, the thermos with all the classic
McDonald
logos through the years. There was the 1955 one. This is the 2005 is my favorite. Classic golden arches.
Well, guys, make sure to check out the McDelivery app as well. Not only are you earning rewards, you can also get it really simply. Just take your phone and check out that QR code in the corner. Join McDelivery, start earning, and get some McDonald's right to you. We'll see you right after this for the finals. Edwin, Salce, and
all business, Edwin.
Diego Padilla, TSG versus District 9 Ultras, coming at you for a finale you won't want to miss, and fries you won't want to not eat. That's right. Max, how are we feeling after?
Pretty good. How excited were you when you got your French fries?
I mean, really.
Our camera operator, he's like, yeah!
He's keeping it steady, but if that thing can go up and down, it would just be all over the place. What an amazing little break we've had here.
Served hot.
We've shouted out McDelivery. We've shouted out our My McDonald's rewards. We've shouted out our players, too, and, of course, LAFC, Genji, Ronald McDonald House Charities, Southern California, and McDonald's of Southern California as well. Just so many great partners to make this happen. But, Max, the most important thing
generous.
is that we've got a chance for some revenge.
Some history here between these guys. And we talked about the process of qualifying and getting the seeding.
Yeah.
And Edwin got the #1 seed in large part because he beat Diego the last time. So Diego's is smarting from there, but he's in the final. I mean, this is what you've played it all for.
Yeah.
2 players left. And the process to qualify in the seeding was pretty accurate. We have the 1 seed and we have the 3 seed.
That's right.
That's almost complete chalk.
It's one of the things that you don't necessarily expect to see every tournament, but this tournament has worked out that way, partially, too, because this seeding took place over many, many months. So it's not like this is a fake seeding. These players have earned these spots, and now it's time as we kick off our game here.
The final, the grand final.
To get excited. Edwin on the left, Diego on the right in white. Edwin already starting off.
Smattering of applause. There's a lot of friends and family here.
And that's a PK to start.
Oh, clamoring from Diego's defensive side.
And we already know how this can go wrong. Will it go right for Edwin?
Ooh.
No, it'll go left, but it'll go in.
Didn't go over.
And he'll start off, Ella.
So that from Elias in the semifinals. That was only the second penalty, but from what I have seen, I asked you that question, I believe the penalties are harder than the free kicks or the corner kicks.
It's the mental game, right? I mean, you have someone else who's guessing, and you're guessing too. It's basically who is going to outsmart the other. Are you trying to anticipate what they think you are anticipating, or are you just trying to do what you want to do? Hit the best shot possible, because you risk hitting it over if you hit it too hard, or try to be too accurate hitting it outside of the box. But Edwin.
Shot out of a cannon, Edwin. Long range. Almost got over the keeper.
Great effort there from Vela on the move. Cutting inside. Edwin ready to go. Got the little
He
MJ,
will not acknowledge the camera.
the MJ tongue. He's ready.
Glad you remember you're too young to remember the MJ tongue.
How can you not? I'm a huge basketball fan. I mean, you can't not remember it, even if it's highlights. But you're right. I wasn't watching MJ live. I got Charlotte Hornets MJ. I didn't get real MJ.
Is that your team, the Hornets?
Yeah, LA born and raised.
Don't admit that.
There's something about Charlotte that just gets me.
It's a great logo. Ooh, good chance here by Diego.
It's amazing here watching both of these players talking to each other. It's games within games.
They play a lot.
They play a lot. They know each other. It's different when you're playing your hometown rivals. LAFC knows all about that. And, you know, it's one of the beautiful things about it. It makes it dynamic when they meet. El Clasico, essentially. And but we have our own El Clasico here between these two players.
It's interesting, too, because they're both playing the LAFC, and they see how the LAFC players work, and you see a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Between where you lean into, putting that ball over the top to Boanga, getting Carlos Vela into those areas where he can lift it off the left foot.
Right.
So all that time that you watch LAFC in real life, you can apply that here to the game.
Absolutely know the strengths and weaknesses of these characters. You know, the MLS is such a great league, something that I was proud to be drafted into, and Max, you've been involved in forever, and it's always kind of burgeoning with new talent, new faces, and opportunities. People really becoming stars in their own right, and having fan bases from the ground up, from people who love watching them. And you can tell right here with our supporters groups, these are the people who are doing that support.
Ooh, almost Diego. Remember, Diego was leading from the front the whole time in the semifinal, so he's trailing for the first time. But he's showing some signs of life after a great start here from Edwin. And we talked about how the players are very streaky, but they are
Great
consistent.
pass.
One more touch.
And a chip. He's got it.
Oh, what a goal. That was nice to look at.
That was beautiful.
2-0.
from Edwin. That's just a touch of class right there. If that's the difference, well, I think it's a good difference. You can't get mad at it. It was just a great recognition. The through ball right on time, a little bit of an extra touch as well, and then the chip, the confidence.
Good ball. Time, Vela. Oh, too much time. This is 3.
He's got to close the shutters here. I don't know how he does it, but Diego needs to figure out how to slow Edwin down.
Yeah, Edwin's looking to blow this up. Hey, honest question, Rain Day. Can you hear me chewing these fries on the air?
No, I can't, but I can see you. It's even worse.
Well, now you can hear it.
Yeah, guys, let's get a little bit of what I'm dealing with because these fries are so good. It's actually half of our job is not to eat while on broadcast.
I'm not doing a good job of that.
Well, it's not easy with McDonald's throwing an event like this.
They must put the perfect amount of salt on the fries.
It's an unbeatable combination. That, a little frozen Coke, that's been my go-to order as well. Chicken nuggets, they got the tangy barbecue and the sweet and sour.
I was told that McDonald's makes their own Coke with the right, amount of the gas and all that.
We got to go off live, but I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Come on, get in there, Diego. We need a goal, Diego. This is a grand final. I spoke to David Ochoa, our player, LAFC goalkeeper. Asked him if he played. He says, I play a lot. Eager to play. Should have saved that story because Diego didn't want to hear it.
It's a showstopper. He shut us down mid-conversation. That goal was so good, and Diego doesn't flinch at all.
Needed that. We needed that.
Well, you know what? I think it's also just the confidence. These guys have played against each other. He knows he can score goals. He knows he's in the position of being able to fight and get it done. It's about how do you put together a consistent game, and moments like this happen right afterwards. Oh, could take the wind out of your sails, but he still finds a way, Diego. It's a nice through ball, has runners up, and he's actually got some options here. Just waits a little too long, and it'll go back to Edwin, but you're right. Now we got ourselves a game.
There's moments, and it speaks a lot to the competitors. There's moments, and it felt like that here where Edwin had those 2 goals, and he said, oh, he's going to blow the doors off of Diego. He's going to win by 6 goals. And then that's the tide turns. It's hard to maintain that momentum.
It is.
Especially against good competition.
Yeah, and we've kind of described it as streaky throughout the day, but what it is these players know each other so well that it's just tactics. I mean, they're understanding, like, this is the thing that I'm getting beat by. This is what's hurting me. Yeah, I'm going to close it up and make this adjustment. So now who's going to make the next adjustment? It seems like Edwin has slowed his pace down. Many more numbers in the box for Diego defensively. Not getting beat by the counter. And so making the play kind of happen in front of him. But little mistake there.
Lots of data there to accompany you when you play.
Wow.
EA Sports turned over here for Edwin.
This could be bad.
Lock it down in the 3rd.
Good defense. A smattering of applause. A smattering of whoops.
It's nervous energy in here.
It is. It's a lot on the line. $500 Amazon gift card, a PS5, some swag. I mean, the chance to have bragging rights all year long, and the belt yet again for our LAFC supporters.
Good-looking belt.
We don't have Ronald.
Nervous supporter shields.
But he's on the other side as we see. It's just all focus for Edwin and Diego, who are...
Big throw.
I mean, this next goal really, I think, sets the tone. And Edwin with a beautiful turn, trying to come inside and outside of the foot. Diego can't believe it.
42nd minute.
Edwin, as expected, at least in his mind, he takes that lead back up to 2 goals.
That's a great sign for Edwin. He is the top dog here. It was getting a little uncomfortable, but now he gets that 2-goal edge. Just lead from the front.
Just finishing. That's what he's shown to be good at. And these are those little things that haven't been happening. Holding a higher line. It's a beautiful attempt inside of the foot. Tries to curl it around. It should be a foul, but they'll let that one go. Diego wants to get out to play. But every single member of Diego's LAFC squad behind the halfway line, and that will be halftime. Max, as we get back to really kind of the same state of most of this game that we saw, where it was a 2-goal lead right out the gate.
A very professional effort from Edwin there, and he knows, I mean, you've got to keep it going and just don't put that guard down. The guard will naturally go down at some point because you're playing such good opposition, but just try and be as consistent as possible. Take your chances. And I would say just be, I mean, maybe it's not in their MO, but you know, be a little cautious with the 2-goal lead. But I think maybe that takes you away from your meat and potatoes, or your your nuggets and fries.
Yeah, or your nuggets and fries. I think that's a good way to put it. I mean,
go with what works.
Yeah, the bread and butter. But I mean, you know,
bread and butter.
Yeah, the pancakes and butter.
Vincent's favorite pancakes.
Vincent Dominguez's pancakes and butter. That's right, like he was talking about. As Oliveira will come on. Some substitutions here early on in the half. Edwin trying to extend the lead to 4-1. I mean, that's a different game. That's almost a game that you feel like could be foregone conclusion. We've seen a lot of things happen, but coming back from 3 goals, we have not seen that yet. Little breakaway here from Diego. He's by himself.
1 against 4.
Great cut in.
Here comes help.
Carlos Vela.
Oh.
And it's at least a corner.
There's that cutback.
And in soccer games like this, you know, you say he did more than he should have there. Got us a corner basically between 4 other players. So good stuff there. As Edwin could be breaking through.
Defense starts to cover.
Great defense, good read. He slows it down thinking he's going to go for the pass, but it doesn't matter.
Oh!
Edwin finds it again, and you could just see.
I think that's the Diego contingent we just saw. Some heads going down.
Yeah. All smiles, Diego trying to figure it out. He's still got time. That's the one thing in these matches. 7 minutes long, a little longer than usual. They qualified on 5.
To those tuning in, the Los Angelinos Originales, you're going to get a champion, it would appear. You can finish the job here, but it's almost there. Still a lot of time, but obviously Diego. We saw that. I think it was the same scoreline in the semifinal, and Elias didn't come all the way through, but there was a moment where we missed the penalty.
Yep.
We got a chance. It could have been 4-3.
Yep.
If you get the second one, you can quickly get the third.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of like figuring out, you know, the key to a lockbox. Once you know it, you know, you've really handled the situation, and that I think is a lot harder to do when
Edwin's
you're
playing great
against someone like Edwin. Breaking away, Diego's going to clear it. A bit risky, I'll say, but also just wants to get the ball back onto, you know, his half of the field.
He's got to take some risks here.
He has to. He said he liked to high press, Max, but this is more than high press. You really have to, you know, throw it all out there. But at this point, against such a clinical finisher like Edwin, it's so risky.
Almost. Got some separation.
That cross is on.
Wide open. Offside, maybe?
Just lets it go, keeps it in Edwin's half.
This is a good matchup for Edwin, and he's played it. He's been able to break the lines when that press has come up. Catching Diego shorthanded.
Diego from TSG. District 9 Ultras. Edwin representing. He took down the other representative, Elias, earlier on. High-scoring affairs all across our semifinals today, though.
Really good competitive games. This is actually the biggest disparity in the game so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it could change.
It could.
But Edwin right now feels comfortable. I think he learned some lessons from that semifinal matchup. And again, history. Edwin has had the upper hand when these two guys have played before, and it's showing there. Maybe it's just a bad matchup for Diego. What can you do?
It could be. I mean, you have these kind of hometown rivals, and we don't have to just keep going hometown. But if you're familiar, some of these teams across different leagues, they just have your number. You don't know what it is. It's just they always give you a hard game. They could be 2-12. And then they'll beat you because somehow they just have your number. They get up for that game. And maybe that's what we're seeing, Diego and Edwin. Edwin just knows how to get it done when it comes to this matchup with Diego.
My short-lived athletic career, I think a lot of people had my number. It's like a long list. Everyone's like,
a lot of people had your number,
I was like an ATM when it came to playing. You get in there, you got to win.
You had a lot of hometown rivals, basically. Yeah,
they love
everyone was a. Well, it's because they knew how good you were. They had to get up for it. Hey, we got
to lift our.
Hey, we got Bredos.
Oh, Edwin dominating now.
Dominating. You could see the smile. I think that's the one that made him feel like this could be.
He maintained his emotions till now.
Yeah, this could be it. I can finally celebrate. He's laughing a little bit.
I almost can feel that belt going around your waist.
Yeah.
The PSP coming your way.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was PS5.
PS5, I'm sorry.
What PSP, I mean, you're taking me back, man. I had a PSP.
I'm an old soul.
I had a PSP, and that thing, if they're still making those.
PS5.
You got to tell me where to get them.
Yeah, we might have to go to a museum.
We might have to go to a museum for that.
Come on, Diego.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Diego.
It's a nice polite applause, but knowing it's probably a bridge too far still.
Well, at the end of the day, we see one more goal. You start to feel that way. We see a quick goal back. I don't think so. 5-3, 73rd minute. I think,
Rainey, you're a very professional sportscaster. 'Cause what I was told when I was learning this, don't tell the audience that it's over.
To stop tuning in. Yes.
I got reprimanded once because we were doing a soccer game, and when it came up, they go, the 2 worst teams in the Italian Serie A. My boss comes and goes, don't tell them they're the 2 worst teams. I go, but they are. I go, but you don't want people to turn away. You want to keep the audience. Diego may have listened to you.
I will say, man, the Serie A.
Oh! It was a bad game.
I was right.
But, I could hear the TVs turning off as I... That was a long time ago.
Livorno and...
Livorno and
Barley? Yeah, no, I don't know. It's... Great league, though. I did a tour in Italy once. Got to play against Juventus's youth club. That was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great league. They need some new stadiums over there, like we have here at in MLS.
Well,
Oh, Edwin. He's got 6. Yeah, he's feeling it.
He's feeling it. Edwin knows 7-2.
Bringing the heat.
And at this point, Diego obviously...
7. I was talking to you. I missed a goal.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, it was 7.
Missed. We went to Italy for a second. We came back.
I missed the goal. See, that's another faux pas in the broadcasting world. I'm 0 for 2. I'm going to lose my gig here.
Yeah, wait, how have you been doing this for so long? You did not mention when people score? I mean, I
just miss goals altogether.
He brings a different look to soccer commentary.
Yes. Inaccuracy.
You never know what the score is.
Make stuff up.
But it's a great story. No, Max, we've always talked about this. You've done so many shows over your career and been a big fan of yours, my whole family, watching you. And it's great to obviously do these things as well because everyone gets to dress down a little bit, but also dress up for these big moments. But it's the holidays, and that gives you a little bit of relaxation to what is a very tense moment because you're really celebrating at the end of the day, no matter how or who ends up winning.
When you said your family watched, I thought you were going to say my grandparents used to watch you on TV.
My
I'm an old timer.
Grandmother used to. No. But
Diego did score. I caught that one. It's 7-3.
And again, I mean, if you get that goal earlier on, it's 5-3, and you got a couple minutes. Well, miracles might be able to happen. It would take a lot, though, right now, even though we're playing with 7 minutes.
The number 1 seed, Edwin Salce, just going from pillar to post here.
And that's just an example. You could hear the applause. It's just a read. He knows what's going to happen. He knows he wants to lay that ball back. And those are the mind games. Going for a little bit of a rainbow mid-game and connects the pass. Now he wants to score this because he knows it's a highlight. But it'll go out.
That's true. If you have a nice header, you go, I got to finish.
I got to finish this. I made that guy fall, and we got to get a goal off this cross here.
Good cross.
Just like Messi against, I don't know, who was that, Boateng or in that Champions League. That one just cut he had made the dude fall. And then, bam. Slots it away. One of the best goals we've seen in the UCL. Well, can we get one of those here in the LAFC Supporters League?
I like these abbreviations.
The LAFC.
UCL.
SL. Of course, powered by Southern California McDonald's.
That's right. He said, give me the strap.
Give me the belt.
Give me the strap.
That is your winner of our LAFC Supporters League Finals, powered by McDonald's. Your champion, Edwin Salce from the District 9 Ultras.
David Ochoa's got to be going, what did I get myself into?
He's like, yeah. He's like, do I really have to play against him, or is there somebody else going?
Well, you pointed to me. Yeah, playing me, he's going to put like 20 goals on. I just call the games.
Great showcase of the talent that we've got on display here in our LAFC supporters groups. I mean, just walking back through the action in that game, it didn't quite hang on a knife's edge the way we saw that 5-4 thriller happen in their second semifinal. This one was pretty much all Edwin after the 3rd minute, starting off with an early PK.
That's a tough way to start, give up the penalty.
Then
Diego hung in there, and he got this one to pull it back.
Yep. Then the chip. I mean, this was a great moment. You thought this could be where Diego has it, but stepping out onto that, his defender is just left, and this one outside of the foot, inside of the post. I mean, that shouldn't happen.
That was a pretty finish.
Beautiful finish. But Diego, moments like that where he gets a nice
self-inflicted
read. Yes, and then he passes it right back to him. Those are the things that really are kind of that last straw. And this one was pretty easy as well. Edwin, it was all Edwin. And you might have said all season it was all Edwin. He comes in as the number 1 seed, Max, and then handles business That's what's supposed to happen, but it doesn't always happen. So a big shout out to him for just maintaining that level of consistency throughout this entire Supporters League.
This is the goal I missed. That was pretty good.
Great goal. Great goal.
May have been eating a French fry or two.
I think if there's going to be an event to eat a French fry and miss a goal, this is it, I will say.
We know Diego's really good, but chasing a game that early has got to be tough. And then it showed. And he had to throw some numbers up.
And he really did have to do it. But like I was telling you, one of the best things about this is, yes, Edwin wins, Diego second place, and we have some great semifinalists, but we're really here celebrating. You see this blue box? It's because it's been 50 years of Ronald McDonald's House Charity operating. Since 1974, McDonald's actually this year has earned the status Forever and Founder Partner. So what a beautiful thing for them, founding and forever partner. And again, seeing stories, Max, like Vincent and his family, I believe Melissa, his mom, was here talking to us, the ability for the transformation to take place in moments like this, especially during the holiday season. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And it's a beautiful thing to support. So make sure when you're at events, when you go to your McDonald's, round up for McDonald's House Charity, and especially here in Southern California. It makes a difference. Stories like our friends here. And we'll come back with our trophy celebration right after this.
There is your winner. Yeah, let's hear it. Edwin Salce winning it, the top seed. Gave us a show as we take a look at the bracket. Edwin was the top seed through all the qualifying, and here today he beat Elias in the semifinals, and then he took care of business, beating Diego Padilla in the finals. So the winner is Edwin Salce, who is with District 9 Ultras. So the folks tuning in who are shoulder to shoulder with him game day, you get to celebrate as well. So very exciting stuff for him. And now we're going to have the festivities. After all that work, after all those games, we are going, there is Rain Days joining me from our trophy room, our makeshift trophy room, to present it to our winner.
Yeah, you know, Max, this room, you could say it probably smells like McDonald's. It does, but it smells like something else. Victory. That's right. Our man, Edwin, is here representing District 9 Ultras. Congratulations. Make some noise for those in here. Edwin, you delayed your excitement, but I got to know, how does it feel?
It feels great, man. It feels great. It really does.
Listen, you worked a lot throughout these last few months to get to this position. You were the #1 seed. What does this mean to you coming to this tournament, playing live in front of everyone, and actually winning and taking it home?
It's a totally good experience. I've been #1 seed. I feel that was a lot of pressure on me, but I got out there and I capitalized.
Listen, a lot of you guys, when I talked to you, had said this is your first time playing live. What does having an opportunity like this mean to you as just a player, a supporter of LAFC? Have an opportunity put together like this to you? You know, what does that mean? What does that feel like in terms of, you know, access to something that is pretty rare and special that you get to be a part of?
It's something you always dreamed of as a kid growing up, playing video games, you know, and it's really like a one-time opportunity to do this and be here. I'm really grateful.
You were a very exciting person to commentate as well in the midseason invitational, and now you've obviously done it. Listen, we got a lot of things to give you, but before we jump into some of those festivities, I do want to give you a chance to shout out anybody who's been involved in your life, who supported you along this journey.
Thank you very much. Just a quick shout out to my wife, Daniela, and my #1 fan, Juju. I love you guys.
I love it, man. Well, another round of applause. Edwin, you were dominant. Congratulations. And listen, it wouldn't go without victory to then not receive something equaling that value. And so we've got some members of Gen G, Mac Roy, here to step up. He's got some stuff for you. Pretty exciting. Here, Mac.
First off, Edwin, congratulations. Seriously. Yeah, no, thank you so much for being part of the first LAFC Supporters League. Yeah, I mean, you just showed such resilience throughout the season, especially in that midseason invitational comeback. I know we were just talking about that. That was pretty awesome. But no, on behalf of Gen G, McDonald's of Southern California, and LAFC, we'd like to award you not just one thing, as Rain Day said, but many things. So we'll start with a goodie bag of McDonald's, and we'll get you, yeah, the belt, LAFC Supporters League belt. Wear it loud and proud. We got the trophy for you. Oh, perfect. You already know. You already know what to do with that belt. And then, you know, I'm not going to lift it right now, but we got a brand new PS5 for you here. Yeah, so congratulations. Seriously. You deserve it. Well deserved. And, yeah, enjoy. Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have someone else who would like to speak at all, or are we just closing it out right there? Any representatives? Want to make sure we do? Yes, of course. All right. Melissa. Awesome. Great to meet you. You know what? I think
well,
let's let the stream know who you are. It's here, Melissa. Here, take this over for you. And there's another PS.
Hi, everybody. This is Melissa Poles. I am the Chief Development Officer for Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. And here in the LA House today, I can't tell you how much joy and delight and memories were made for our families as they go on this incredible lifelong healthcare journey with their children. This makes a difference. You all made a big difference today. So congratulations to you. Thank you to Gen G, LAFC, McDonald's. This is very important. And the memories, I promise you, they're going to come back year after year, and they're going to talk about this. And they're going to remember it. Thank you for giving them that memory.
Wow, round of applause for that as well. Thank you so much, Melissa, and your generous donation as well. I believe a PS5. Yes. here. Matt, go ahead.
Yes, so we do have several donations from all parties here. So the first one here are some McDonald's blankets from McDonald's of Southern California. Absolutely, show it off.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
So cool.
Oh, yeah. Hop on in here. Perfect. Perfect. This PS5 is in the way. It's really cool, but not right now. So that's our first one. The second one is from Gen G. We'd like to give the house. I know you guys have some gaming stations back here, and that's really cool, but we'd love to give you an upgrade with a brand new PS5 as well for this room. So please enjoy. And I also know you love the movie nights here at the house. We have a 100-inch flat screen TV out here that we use for the watch party, which is really fun, a lot of great energy. We'd love to donate that to you as well, so you can continue enjoying those movie nights here here at the home. So yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Want to say something?
First of all, congratulations, man. Thank you very much. I really like the way you play. I mean, my brother and my dad, my brother and me love playing also FIFA, and seeing you, it was such an honor. And now I know much tips, and I hope you continue with this great career and with your great abilities in FIFA.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again. Does our man down here want to say something, or?
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. Sometimes less is more. A lot of great gifts. Melissa, thank you so much. Matt as well. Edwin, congratulations yet again. And everyone here at Ronald McDonald House Charities, we're so excited. Memories were certainly made, and more memories to come. We've got an LAFC pro in the bag, Danny, waiting to play. He's got his show match. We'll be there in a minute. And actually, yeah, come on, man. What's up? Goalkeeper LAFC. How you doing, brother? Danny, any words here from what you saw and the play that you witnessed today?
No, yeah, I'm a big fan of FIFA as well. I've been playing since I was, I don't know, 5 years old. So yeah, it was cool, really cool to watch them compete. And obviously, the most important part, they were doing it for the kids, which is probably the most special part. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to play the winner now. I'm excited.
My last question is, are you scared now of Edwin playing Edwin at this point?
He looked really good. I'm actually very scared, but I'm gonna try my best to beat him.
All right. That coming up in just a moment. Let's send it back to the desk with Max. And again, big round of applause. And thank you all for watching and being here for a great day.
Hey, Ochoa, start getting some licks in there, man. You got to practice. What are you doing over there? Just kidding. Great stuff. My little man there said not today. He had no comments. And there we are. So thanks to all the generosity from Ronald McDonald, the Ronald McDonald House, Gen G, everyone participating there, and I know it was pretty touching. I love how Edwin just put that belt over his shoulder, and now he's going to be able to flash it around town within the supporter groups, within his own supporter group, within the supporter groups that didn't win here today. It's his world for the next year. Very good. And Rengay's joining us back. Man, I thought you were all part of town. Listen, man. I got it. I got this down, Pat, man. I got my LAFC polo. It was a little chilly.
Yeah.
I warmed up after I had the wonderful McDonald's fare.
You were good to go, man. I mean, listen, I'll tell you what. I know you weren't in the room, but you were watching. How'd that come across? I mean, just
great.
Great heart, man. Great heart.
A lot of generosity. As we show you what we've done here, and look, I've been here every year, and I know it's not lip service, but when I walked in here, I go, this is another level.
Yeah.
And with the moving parts, just to be in this place, because you hear about all the charitable arms and the work that they do, but when you see it firsthand and the difference it makes with the actual kids walking through there, they live upstairs.
Yeah.
This is a big part of their day-to-day, and a great part of Los Angeles to see that. And, McDonald's putting up that, endless food coming out for everyone.
I mean,
I ate a lot.
Yes, I know. It's like I was worried about how long I would be gone, because I knew that was just a chicken nugget counter happening of how many you have consumed up until I would return. And the fries, forget about it. I think my fries are already gone.
It was a 4-pack of nuggets,
point.
but they McNuggets, but they squeezed like 6 in there.
Yeah.
So I ate
So he says at this point. I think he just got
They were eating.
packs.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. I mean, from Melissa, representing, this house as well, and just the impact she mentioned having this event having on the kids, having on the environment. you're right. This is their home, and this is an environment. Now it's taken over, and it's got this special bit of energy that I know these kids are going to remember forever.
And they all have a PS5 here that they can play with and get
just
better.
like
Maybe they can be the next Edwin. We show the highlights from the final. So we have the game coming up. Edwin's going to face David Ochoa. This is how we got there. What was it, a 7-goal performance against Diego Padilla?
David, great sport. You know, obviously mentioning it, it's all about the kids, right, at this point, and totally agree with him there. But, you know, Edwin, it's going to be all about beating David because he can cross that off his list and say, I'd be an LAFC player in their own game with their own team. Yeah, over the holidays.
Do you think, I mean, I've always been pleasantly surprised when we bring in the pros. You think they're going to be a lamb to the slaughter. They're not.
They're not.
He actually plays, so we'll be able to see how that all works out.
I do expect a level of respect to be given from Edwin to,
I said that.
you know, Ochoa. And I think the other element, too, that you'll see here.
There they are. Lock it in.
Is, you know, just how much time someone spends on this screen, to me, tells me how good of a FIFA player they are, or EAFC player they are.
The more time they spend,
the more time they spend, the more adjustments they make.
That's so annoying, though. And they're like clicking and I go, come on, let's play.
I know, exactly.
That's my downfall.
That's right, because I already know that's my limit. I'm just going to click play. I might make one sub, but I'm sorry, I'm just clicking play. So, you know, that's how good I can be in this game.
Got to think it through.
Yeah, you got to think it through. It's a big deal. It's a big part of high-level EAFC, and now it's going to continue to be a part of high-level EAFC. It's fun. It's kind of like, you know, I've done this once, fighting games. I had a show where we did a fighting game versus an actual MMA fighter, and he got to play against one of our cast members. Lost pretty heavily, but it's always kind of surreal to know, wait a second, I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, and then you're playing me here. It's a fun environment. We do this every year. It's great.
Think about how surreal it is for him.
I know.
To go
as a member of the supporters group, I always thought that getting into EAFC.
I mean, Edwin could just come out and lay the smacketh down, as The Rock used to say. I mean, say, listen, this is my world. And the last thing David wants is to someone to take it easy on him. He's like, hey, let's compete. I want to know if I'm in this game late, it's because of what I did.
The exciting part about this for David is he gets to really test his might against someone who just won the whole thing. I mean, won the Supporters League, was first place for months. You know, David shouldn't win this game. But if he gets close or if he scores a few goals, he got to be taking that back home as a win.
We'll get a good idea of if there is a disparity early on here.
Edwin on the left in black, David in white on the right-hand side. I'll tell you, one of the hardest things to do is play defense against a good player. It's one of the hardest things to do.
Good start, Ochoa.
Great start from Ochoa.
And he gets to touch the ball a little bit.
Yeah, let's see what the offense is. He's got a lot of runners.
Look at this.
Oh, and good.
Breaks the tackle. One too many touches.
All right.
Got greedy.
Got aggressive. Went direct. Straight to goal.
Staying physical. By the way, there's two kids that came in and said it was great to see Edwin play. And you imagine that's an inspiration to get better at those games.
Well, I think, you know, and I asked Edwin this too. I mean, how cool is it to have this access to an opportunity like this? Because this, you know, I mean, you don't know most people in the world. They're not going to have a chance to play live in front of anybody doing anything. I mean, it's a rare thing. Even if you do a piano recital when you're a young kid, it's a stretch, you know. And to be able to do something like this, I mean, just so cool. And you got to say that's opened up their mind as what they could be doing in their futures as well.
That looked like a sandbag play by Edwin. I think normally he chips that, but he was being nice. And by the way, these are 3-minute halves, so shouldn't get out of control.
Minutes, yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Ochoa with the goal. A little celebration from Edwin as well. All smiles.
I don't know if that was a courtesy, Edwin, but you can't lose to Ochoa here.
You can't lose.
Well, it'll take all the shine off.
No. I mean, you got to give the belt back if you lose.
Watch the what?
Wait, what?
6 goals.
25-0. What?
But look, Ochoa's playing his... Yeah, there he got. I'm not giving up my belt.
Oh, man.
But you see, David Ochoa moved all his defenders back. He wasn't trying to... And it cost him.
Yeah, he said, okay, I got 1 goal. That's it. I'm just sitting back. And, of course, we're going to have some fun time finishing this one off. We might even have a little surprise of another match after this with some familiar faces, or at least some some friendly faces, that is for sure. It's always great to do stuff like this. And the party's still going, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've had a full docket here.
Yeah. Outside, that huge screen as well getting donated by Gingy. That's an awesome aspect to it. Makes this house that much better. They did have some PS5s and Nintendos set up there with some TVs in the back of the house as well. So definitely geared up for some for an esports team here and there.
Hey, it's a big industry these days.
Oh yeah. Especially EAFC.
I mean, how many gamers around the world? I mean, so many. The numbers.
Joa.
All right, David. There you go. Putting some pressure on there. So this was the culmination. So we also have just to remind you that Edwin won this after the mid-season tournament, qualifying, practice, games here and there. So I mean, while it's sped through here, as we had the 2 semifinals and now this championship match, this has been a labor of love. Over the year.
It really has. I mean, that's to me also where you look at end of the year. It's, you know, the holidays are great, but you look at just finishing off, what you started sometimes in January, and that journey coming to an end, and appreciating the moments that you had along the way, and the effort that you put in. And it's certainly a great thing to see that effort realized into that belt, into those bragging rights, into something that a lot of people wanted, but Edwin was able to make happen. And now getting to play against an actual LAFC player.
Oh, tiny little ball slotted back. Look at this.
And he goes up again. I got to tell you, good play. Good play from David.
David Ochoa's taken the lead. Very surprising scoreline. Maybe David could become like a full-time e-gamer on the side. Or make it his
Oh, my goodness. This is just, almost.
Have we agreed that he'd have to give up the title if they're the strap?
He's got to give it back.
We got to give it back. That's going to be sad if that comes to that. I don't want you to happen, Edwin.
No. But these 3-minute halves, you can't act like time's not moving.
Look at that. We're at the 62nd minute.
Don't let David get a counterattack goal here.
Oh, now he's got numbers. Lay it down. Lay it down. Look up top. Oh, he saw him in the blind spot.
A great pass. He's going to cut that across.
Oh.
It's a little too much.
One pass too many.
Going to the 66th minute. And if we do get extra time off a tie, it would be interesting to see who keeps the edge. But a 3-1. Oh, that'd be tough to come back from. David Ochoa in our show match here against Edwin Salce, winner of our LAFC Supporters Group Finals. And David's in, and he's going to have it. It's 3-1. It's an ups. He's already celebrating. He's doing
the gritty.
The gritty.
Yeah.
Not
to be confused with the McGriddle.
No, not to be confused. That was the McGritty.
Okay.
As it was here now.
The McGritty.
Yeah. Right on theme.
We're coining all sorts of expressions.
Not an actual trademark represented. All right.
Well, it's going to be very sad to see Edwin have to concede that belt.
Yeah. But you could see that it started off friendly, but now it's very quickly gotten to a serious competition. Edwin desperately needing a goal here. And it's just solid defense from David running out of time.
Look at that. Did not expect this scoreline. Dave's going to have a great rest of his Sunday.
Yeah, he is.
Get ready for when training kicks up again. Enjoy your holidays, by the way, everyone out there.
Oh, get some moves going on. Every goalkeeper's dream, Fake the first guy out, get a little.
Yeah. Box to box here.
Yeah.
All the way home. All the way home. Penalty.
Oh, that's a penalty. It's a good touch. He stops.
And Edwin's 1 for 1 in penalties today. Remember, he scored that one early in the final, and he scores here.
Wow.
Hey, David, that's some good goalkeeping there. You didn't even move your feet.
Stopped him in his tracks.
You're the professional.
So, and he gets the gritty back to him.
The McGritty.
The McGritty.
3-2, and he has. What do we got?
6 minutes, 4 minutes,
4 minutes
5
of
minutes,
game time. Like 3 minutes. I still think he gets a goal here.
This is going to be tough. This would be the last second goal, and it's just up to David. If he can keep the ball, it's just not going to happen. There's not enough time.
Not enough time, you're right.
But if somehow Edwin can get the ball back,
oh, that's cynical.
There's a chance.
Red card.
He's got to get over half, because if it ends and there's only like plus, a minute or two of stoppage, it's going to be over. And that's it. And David Ochoa
sorpresa,
shocks the world and the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California.
You get the belt now.
And that's it. That's it. Valiant effort from both. And we do have yet another opportunity for us to see some action. In fact, we are going to, I believe, end up seeing David back again for some games versus some of the kids here, Max, which will be fun. I know Vincent is going to get on some action. Vincent Dominguez helped us out earlier on. Had a great story of his journey here. And we're going to do a little 2 versus 1 in the half. So the first 2 versus David's going to be Vincent and Ruben. We're going to get them going. And then Ethan and Miguel will get their shot at David Ochoa. Currently undefeated, Max.
David Ochoa?
Currently undefeated.
1-0?
1-0 in his history of professional FIFA at this point.
Yeah, it makes the breakthrough here. This is the place to do it.
He should just retire at this point.
He should retire right now.
Yeah, just call it a day. It's going to be a fun one as well. Also, Edwin, you feel like maybe just got a little too, happy to be playing against.
We did it. Edwin was being very courteous, I believe.
Yeah, we think so.
That was not the same player we saw in there.
No.
I don't want to diminish it for David, but but nothing can say it. It's wins and
No,
losses.
you didn't say anything.
If I was Edwin, I would have said throw the hammer down on him.
Yeah. Well, that would have been nice, But I'll tell you what, David had his chances and he finished. That was the other element I liked about it. Playing in white, it's been hard to go up against it. Played patient. Showed off his.
This was a great goal.
Look at this. Yeah. Very, very patient. Driving it off the left side.
Look at that little slot. Oh.
He tried to play him offside, but it wasn't enough. And this was just a good find, man. But these PKs, you can see why there was no chance, even for Diego in our finals. I mean, that power, top corner, risky way to take a PK, though, I will say. Never had the confidence to be able to do it like that. I was a slot, or I would fake. I would go left or right, faking left or right, or try to just slot it into one of those sides. I was never aiming for the top ends. I couldn't do it.
Penalties it's tough business, man.
Yeah, it's tough business. What's my favorite penalty story is we were in Japan. We were with the U17 national team at that time. We're in Japan, and we went to every single player on both sides of the team had to take a penalty. So we kept making the penalties until the goalkeeper had to take a penalty on the other goalkeeper, and that is what ultimately won the game. So we went 11 deep. Was it a missed penalty, or was it the goalkeeper saved it? Goalkeeper saved it. Our goalkeeper saved it, and then made the penalty. Good. It was. I mean, I can't even believe it happened. I mean, when I say it, doesn't sound real, but it did happen. Penalties. It's Nagoya, Japan. Nagoya Grampus 8. The famous Japanese. People always say it's the goalkeepers. It really isn't. It's the players. How are they confident? We hear coaches say, when I have a penalty shootout, I kind of decide right there. I look at the player's eyes. Absolutely. And I say, who has got it? Because some just at that moment, it's just, I don't know. It's a lot of pressure. Would you, because I was, interestingly, I got, as I was in junior, senior year, I was in that position of taking more PKs and being out there. But I'll tell you one thing, it's hard because in college, you could sub all the time. You could go back in and out. So if I'm sitting, for 20 minutes, but then I go back out to go take a PK, they trust you, but it's a lot because you're not warm. You're not necessarily in the game in that way. And you're just going for one job. I always am really impressed with the mentality to be able to accomplish something like that and still nail it. Not easy. Right on. Well, we're gonna get the kids to play here in a little bit. But take a quick break first. Let's do it, and we'll be right back with more action. Welcome back to our final event of the day here, full of events at our Ronald McDonald Charities, House Charities.
I need to do
Southern California.
I need to do a hat shift.
He needs a hat shift. I was telling him, you know,
much better.
You were worried about the hat last year.
Oh, look at that!
I remember this. Right now, we got a special matchup though. David Ochoa. He just
look at Ochoa. He wins the game, and now he's like in full chill mode.
He's totally chilling, but
chilling.
But you know what? He's in some special company.
He's like in his living room.
That's right. He is. He's with some special company though, Max, which is amazing. He's playing against Vincent. You remember him because he was helping us out earlier on in the show. But Ruben, he and Ruben are lifelong best friends, and they met when they were 4 and 6 years old and diagnosed with cancer.
And since David got the trophy from the belt from Edwin, Vincent and Ruben, when they'll get the belt.
That's right. They will get the belt. And you know what? It's good because friends should share the belt. They've been lifelong friends. They met here, and they're still buddies going to camp together. So now they get to put that power of friendship together and see if they can beat David Ochoa, who is currently undefeated, like we mentioned, in his career in professional FIFA.
But how does that work where you have two players? I mean, obviously you can get it.
Wow.
You have to pass a lot more.
Who was that? Who did that? Well, when you have two, it's a conversation of who's going to do what. So if somebody tries to defend and you try to defend too, or you take the player from them, yeah, it's a problem. It requires communication, you know, good teamwork, you know, not necessarily being too selfish, looking out for, you know, where your friend is going to be and trusting they'll be there. And, you know, hey, Vincent and Ruben seem like they're ready to go.
Is David in the white shirts, the green shirts?
Now, David is in white because he's only got that yellow marker.
Okay, that's what I figured.
So the two players,
I thought
Vincent and Ruben, they are in black. And so we'll see if it was David who had the audacity to shoot that long shot.
He's done 2 long-range shots.
And he just said, you know, I'm feeling it right here. Going for the goal. He's going again. Ambitious is what we would say.
Well, David said he plays this a lot. It's starting to show.
It's starting to show.
He was, I mean, I took it with a grain of salt, but he was telling me the truth this whole time.
That's a nice header there from Vincent and Ruben. I don't know which one is which, but good play so far. Little 1-2 option. These are those things where, you know, you hope, you kind of trust that they'll be there. But he's taking it by himself. He goes in. Almost got it. Good play. David getting tested in the back. But they come up with the save, and now could just be through here.
One more step. Oh, no. Pretty naughty tackle.
Oh, that's a tough tackle.
It's too far out.
Remember, they have a half to get the job done. I think if they keep it 0-0 or 0-0, as we say, for the half, they'll be fine.
I say 0-0 on my broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't.
Cero.
I mean, you don't have to adopt, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't have to try to be.
Sounds a bit weird. Like,
you know,
people get excited when they talk soccer. I go, hey, are you having a good game on the pitch?
On the pitch?
1-0. I go, would you
soccer? You mean football? It's like, you know,
it's a mess.
No, listen, we gotta represent here, especially when we're watching MLS. We're calling it soccer today, and we're saying 0-0 or 0-0. I like that too.
Cero. It's a universal word, so let's use it because everyone else can use it.
That's right. Nice slide tackle there from Ochoa. He's got someone free.
Due for a goal here.
They're both chasing.
Oh, yeah.
And the header. What a save. Oh,
David appreciates the virtual goalkeeper.
He does.
Making a cracking save.
He's probably like, no way you saved that. There's no way.
It wasn't the save. The save was good, but it pushed it out of the goal mouth.
I know. Went for a corner. Yet again. David going for it. Nice header back. And 26 minutes gone by. A little bit less than half a half to go for the boys, but David's been on a rampage here. He's on a tear. Good slide tackle, Max, and now they have a chance to try to move the ball upfield. Ooh. Nice try. Just got to be on the same page.
Vincent and Ruben trying to break through, but they're lifelong buds.
That's right.
They go to camp together. I'm sure they play a lot of games. Another save there denying David Ochoa.
And you got to feel that that friendship's gotta help with the defense here. You know, they're both doing a good job shutting down a lot of David's options.
That's all right. It does help because you don't need the passing game with your defense. You can say, all right, we have 2 sets of eyes on anything they're going to do.
That's right.
Make things more difficult.
No, it is actually nice defensively.
Offensively, you have to wait for them to pass.
Where it's tough is offensively because you kind of got to just anticipate what they're going to do, where they're going to switch, and you can see right here a lot of dribbling can happen if you don't feel like, your partner's going to make that run. But doing a great job so far. Still 0-0. Oh, great save.
3 big saves here in this opening half.
And we are deadlocked. Could the corner be the difference? Not yet. Now patient play. He's got numbers there. Goes long. And he's just going to pull it back. So hoping maybe at least a 0-0. Go into the next half tied, pass it off.
Yeah.
Say, hey guys, we got you here. You got a chance.
We left you in a good spot.
We left you in a good spot.
Don't blow it. Oh, there.
Oh. And a good attempt there.
I mean, 3 or 4 excellent chances for David Ochoa, none for Vincent and Ruben. But like as we predicted, they did well on the defensive end. And it looks like they'll be able to get it to halftime scoreless. Miguel and Ethan will take the responsibility from that point.
Uh-oh. Could be a chance here. Could be a chance.
Get there.
Oh, and that'll leave us to half. Vincent and Ruben make it 0-0. Congratulations to them. Great half against David Ochoa. We should be getting a swap here. They don't look like they're swapping, but we should be.
They look
getting a
cozy
swap.
out there. I ain't getting out of this.
They
chair.
look cozy up there. I'd be like the same thing.
You got some bad intel in the broadcast booth. Apparently we did.
Okay.
Oh, they're getting the news.
There it is.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I agree.
I'm getting swapped. That's right.
Well, the good news, we'll go off the air and they can play some more after.
That's right. And this is the
But
beauty.
they get the commentary fees for half.
They'll have the exactly. They'll have the screen too, and you got to say a lot of fun efforts. People all hanging around, celebrating, and we got 2 new members here, Miguel and Ethan. We're both campers at Camp Ronald McDonald for good times. Camp for kids with cancer and their siblings. One of the cool things about this, Max, is that Ronald McDonald House Charities always includes the siblings, as the whole family needs support when a child has cancer. So one of the big things they try to do, keeping families together to be a part of it. So Miguel and Ethan now with a big chance to go 1-0 up over Ochoa. Oh, it's ambitious, but it's close.
Oh, it's offside. But a good start from Miguel and Ethan. Get the first chance against David Ochoa, who's come out here. And you got to give credit to David. He's been sitting around waiting to play, and then he was able to maintain those emotions, come out and win the player gamer challenge, and now showing the kids what it's like.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to it, coming out, having a good performance, and getting a win right out the gate. I feel, he feels relaxed. So does he have to get the win here? I don't know if he feels like he needs to. Certainly wants to. It's not going to be easy, though.
Good shot.
Miguel and Ethan doing a great job. Nice save there. And they're locked in. They're focused.
Yeah. It was good. They got to see the first half, get some tendencies down.
He likes to fire from range. That's a good little shot fake there. And Miguel and Ethan off to the races. Goes for just a reckless tackle there, David. Should be carded. And another offsides. I don't know. I think that ref's being a little lenient.
Been a long day of games. Swallow the whistle.
He's right.
Right, halfway through this second half, still scoreless.
Miguel and Ethan looking to break. One of them trying to make the run, but not get too close. That's kind of the hard part about having to share, playing on a team. But it's very, very rewarding when you do it. A lot of my cousins and I, when we play EAFC, we actually like to play this way online and ranked because it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's very, very rewarding when you can get that goal.
David's chances have completely dried up here. Give credit. I mean, it's got to be tricky to adapt to a second pairing. You're playing 4 different people in this stretch. But here we go.
Tough!
Oh,
and another great save.
One goal should probably win it here.
And in true goalkeeper fashion, turning around and yelling at everyone.
Get in there. Oh, some contact. Miguel and Ethan are off.
Yeah, and it's a good little scuffle in the middle of the field. How can you break away? Someone's got to make that run into space. That's right, don't get too close. And you got to stay onside. That's been the plague for Miguel and Ethan. They're eager to get the goal. I get it. That's the 3rd offside. Good pressure in the midfield, though.
We're under 10 minutes of game time. There's like about a minute and a half to go here.
Stolen back.
Here, one
Ochoa.
chance. All the way.
He's got a chance.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, I mean.
Goalkeeper thought it was close.
Playing second. I mean, if it goes to overtime, do they swap back for the first half of it, or do they? I mean, how do we deal with this? Do they just get a little lucky?
Extra time and penalties?
Yeah. Who takes the penalty? Who does it? I mean, you got 4 players. I guess each one of them could take a penalty, and then somebody doubles up.
Yeah, someone will complain about it, and they're like, "Oh, great."
You could take a penalty. We've been talking penalties up
Take
here.
a penalty. Don't put me in the shootout. I'm a left footer.
Are you?
Just to throw the goalkeeper off a little
Lefty.
bit. Right-handed, left-footed.
Wow.
It happens like that sometimes.
Oh,
here we go.
lovely move.
What's that clock say?
Oh my God.
Miguel, Ethan, ¿qué pasó?
This is
88th minute.
Miguel and Ethan, you got to make it happen now. We're looking
Hit it from anywhere.
for the goal. We know it's possible. 89th minute coming up.
Come on, Ochoa's going to be unbearable.
Send him. He's offside again. Come on, ref. Come on.
Look at Ochoa roll in here and win 2 games.
The ref is letting off the yellows from David, and he's calling offsides every chance he gets. I mean, I don't know. Miguel and Ethan look like they were the favorites here. I like the effort.
Yeah, you got to get a little more firepower behind it, though.
You know, if you don't know if you don't try. And Miguel and Ethan.
You don't know, you don't try. Yeah.
Fun to play on broadcast here against David Ochoa, and he goes.
David Ochoa rolls in from his Pilates class and goes 2-0.
2-0, and then he leaves. He's got a Cybertruck out there. I mean,
some people have a lot of nerve.
My goodness, David. All right, well,
That's it?
Max, what a day.
Get on the game.
I mean, yeah, maybe you and me show match next year. How about that? You've got your McDonald's. You've got many more McDonald's. The belt being brought to Mr. Jimmy.
Yes, indeed.
And, I mean, I want to get your final thoughts on this. Obviously, you know, second time we've done this. It's always a pleasure, but just wrapping up the day, you know, what's been the impact here after all the great competition and moments we've had?
Just the organization and what a big deal. I mean, there is so many moving parts you don't even see here. A great staff of quality people to make this feel big. You know, it makes it feel like the place to be, which it certainly did. We did it last year. It was like a little bit more modest, but this is the way you should do it. If we take a leap like this next year, we're going to be in the Rose Bowl doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. This is a great place. I'd be happy to come here, and great part of town, close to Hollywood and Silver Lake and Los Feliz. Come here
and
enjoy
good food,
a great
man.
day. Go take a hike up
That's
there
right.
in Runyon Canyon. It's a great part of the city.
It's been great working with you, man.
I'm going to go take a nap at home.
I know. What a great time. Everybody, LAFC Supporters League, who have been a part of it, all of our partners, McDonald's, LAFC, Gen G, of McDonald's of Southern California, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. We appreciate you. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next year.